And we are back on Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Shanafel, and I am now joined by Arizona Cardinals tight end Jeff King. Thanks for joining the show, Jeff. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Now, I want to start this interview off by actually talking about your days at Pulaski County High School, located in Dublin, Virginia. You were actually the number 3 ranked tight end in the Atlantic region, and you were also pretty good at basketball. Is that right?
Yeah, I can hoop a little bit back in there.
I see as a senior in high school, you actually averaged, I believe, 25 points and 14 rebounds a game. Was there ever a point where you thought you might actually try and play college basketball instead of football?
Yeah, I did play a little golf at Virginia Tech. But basketball was actually my first love, and not for a long time, but early on in my high school career, I thought I had a chance, but I never got past 6'5.5", 6'6". So there's not many power forwards that in the NBA at 6'6". So I kind of gave up on it a little early, but I was able to play a couple years at Virginia Tech, and still love to play and watch basketball to this day.
You did attend Virginia Tech University, and I want to ask you, did living in and being from Virginia have any factor in that decision?
It did, yeah. I mean, when I was coming out my recruiting year, they had just came off the national championship run. They lost to Florida State. Mike Vick was coming out, being the number 1 pick overall. The program just had a lot going for it at that time. I had a lot of interest in a lot of other schools, but it just felt too good, to be at Virginia Tech and to be close to home, and mom and dad could come to the games. It was too good to pass up.
And throughout your time at Virginia Tech, you recorded 58 receptions, over 700 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Looking back, are you satisfied with the mark you left there?
Yeah, I mean, up until then, they didn't have, a huge tradition of tight ends and throwing to the tight end, and I feel like that as time went along, that we were able to do that and to make a mark at Virginia Tech, and to be an all-conference performer. But more so than anything is we were able to win a lot of games, and I had a lot of good coaches there, and we had a great time. I got my education and my master's, and all in all, I can't say that I would have changed a thing.
And with that being said, how would you describe your overall college experience?
Like none other. I was lucky to be a part of a lot of wins, a lot of bowl. I never experienced season without going to a bowl, which I know that's getting easier and easier to say with all the bowls popping up. But we played in some big bowl games and some big games and won some conference championships, and my time at Virginia Tech will always be special to me.
In the 5th round of the 2006 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jeff King, tight end out of Virginia Tech. What was that moment like for you to achieve your dream and make it to the NFL?
It's funny looking back on it. It's a dream come true. There's no doubt about it. But as soon after as it's over, the work, as they say, starts. And as a 5th round pick, you're not guaranteed to make it. You're not guaranteed, a bunch of money or a roster spot. You're just a number that gets a jersey, and you have to go in there and kind of earn your stripes and earn a spot on the team. And there's some days and some nights where you didn't think you were going to make it, but you just got to keep your nose down and keep working, and that's kind of how I approached it and still continue to approach it. I mean, we're all of our days are numbered in this game, and you just got to respect it and respect the process and put your work in one day at a time.
Jeff, can you tell us about that first moment you had where you thought to yourself, wow, I'm actually in the NFL?
thought about it. I've just kind of taken the approach of giving it all that I can and not really coming up for air to think about it. Obviously, there are times when you walk into Lambeau or you walk into Giant Stadium, which is one of my old Giant Stadium, which was one of my favorite places to play. You allow yourself to think about it, just for a second. But I haven't sat down and said, "Wow, I've been, in the NFL for this. I've accomplished this." I haven't really sat down and done that just because, in my mind, it takes so much to stay in this game, mentally, physically, every year to stay healthy, stay prepared, and maybe when I'm done, I can sit back and we can talk again about it. But up until this point, I haven't really sat down and let it all soak in about how I feel about it.
All right. And in your rookie year, you played in 12 games, and it was in your second year in the NFL in 2007 when you became the Panthers' starting tight end and impacted the team in a pretty positive manner. What would you say were a few things that you have skill-wise that got you that starting spot?
I think a big thing was, is really good coaching. I had a really good coach in Jeep Chris, who's actually the quarterback's coach in San Francisco now. He's coached in the NFL for 23, 24 years now. So, I got to sit down and study with him and, perfect some things, perfect your craft. You had a year to kind of see what it was all about. And then, that second year, I really felt like I could do some things and put some things together and connect some dots. And, I think he was a huge key to not only that year, but, the continued being able to stay on that path and being in the NFL as a solid player. And, I think that goes, kind of under the radar a lot of the times as guys don't give enough credit to, coaches along the way because they play a big part in your development.
And after spending your first 5 seasons in the NFL with the Carolina Panthers, in 2011, you signed a 3-year contract with the Arizona Cardinals. And I got to ask you, what was that whole free agent frenzy like, knowing that you were going to be a part of a different team? Would you say that offseason was different at all?
Yeah, it was very different in terms of that was the lockout year as well. So, we really didn't know up until the last second, kind of what was going to happen, how it was going to play out, when there was going to be a season, if there was going to be a season. So there was a lot of indecision, a lot of things up in the air. But, things work out for a reason. It's worked out. I've enjoyed my time in Arizona, and, we're looking for a big year this year.
Chris Shanafel here, talking with Arizona Cardinals tight end Jeff King here on Sportsman Radio. And Jeff, it was in your first career game with the Arizona Cardinals. You caught a 48-yard game-winning touchdown against your former team, the Carolina Panthers. I got to think that felt awesome. Would you say that was the most memorable play of your football career so far?
It was definitely one of them. There's been 2 or 3, touchdowns that I've had that's been really special to me, but that one was, the timing makes that one really special. And who was it against, and things of that nature. So yeah, it's definitely one of 3 or 4 memories that's been special to me throughout my career.
And Jeff, during this offseason, you guys have hired a new head coach in Bruce Arians. You guys have a new quarterback that will be throwing you the football in Carson Palmer, and a new running back that you'll be blocking for in Rashard Mendenhall. How excited are you to be on the same field as these guys?
We're really excited. Yeah, we're really excited, Chris. The talent that those guys have displayed, their track record, what they're capable of. With Coach Arians, the standard that he set, that he's met, the things that he's accomplished since he's been in the league and been coaching football. We're really excited, and I think we have a real chance to have something special this year.
OTAs and minicamp have already come and gone, Jeff. How do you feel you performed in those sessions?
good. At this point, we're just trying to get healthy and get to the starting line, which is training camp. That's where kind of jobs are won and lost, and get your familiarity with the offense and see how things have changed or stayed the same. And so at this point, it's all about getting prepared for training camp and day one.
Absolutely. And Jeff, let's switch gears really quick. I have just a few quick, fun questions to get to know you a bit, and then I'll let you go. Does that sound all right?
Sounds good.
All right. What is your favorite TV show and movie?
Favorite TV show is probably right now Big Bang Theory, and my favorite movie, The Miracle on Ice.
Favorite thing to eat?
Lasagna.
Oh, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. Except for football, what was your favorite sport?
Basketball.
All right. I'm going to have to challenge you in a one-on-one sometime soon. Does that sound all right?
Absolutely.
You're on Twitter at Jeff_King87. Why do you make it important to connect with your fans, man? Because as we know, if it wasn't for social media and Twitter, we really wouldn't be doing this interview right now, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's something that's a little new for me. I'm not out there super, tweeting all the time, but I think it has a special place to connect, to give back, and to show your interest. Just like you, I love sports radio. I love to talk sports, and it's a great way to do that.
Favorite thing to do in your free time?
Spend time with family, golf, and watch sports.
If you're able to meet any famous person, who would that be and why?
Larry Bird, because he was my idol growing up. I watched a lot of Celtics games. I watched a lot of taped Celtics games to try to put some Larry Bird in my game. But he would be someone that I'd love to sit down with and just talk about, competition and basketball and how he approached things.
Do you have something specific that you do before every game, like a pregame ritual or something?
I don't. No, I don't. I kind of keep it loose, kind of keep it, kind of the same mindset and, as calm before the storm but nothing, I don't have any rituals or any crazy things that I do before the game, no.
All right, and last but not least, what is something about Jeff King that many people do not know about?
I'm actually trying to skate. I'm a huge hockey fan. I'm a huge Blackhawks fan, but I can't ice skate. So I'm spending the summer trying to learn how to skate here.
All right, you said you're a huge Blackhawks fan. What did you think about that Game 6 victory to win the Stanley Cup Finals?
Just unbelievable. I mean, the way that those guys fought and never gave up, and they had every chance to say they could just play a Game 7 and stop attacking the net, but they didn't. They kept on the attack, and they deserved it. They played. They were the best team all year, and they deserved the cup at the end.
Hey man, classic saying right here, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
That's right.
Hey Jeff, I really appreciate your time, man. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Is there anything you'd like to plug on the air for myself and our listeners before I let you go?
No, I'm good, Chris. I appreciate having me on.
Hey, thanks for your time. Hope we keep in touch and wishing you nothing but the best. Take care.